Welcome back to Tales of Japan. Today, count your way through Japan. Ichi. There is only one Fujiyama, a volcanic mountain, better known to Americans as Mount Fuji. It is the highest mountain in Japan and is the most often painted and photographed landmark in that country. Mount Fuji is a dormant volcano, which means that it has not erupted for a very long time. In fact, the last time it erupted was in 1707. Mount Fuji is surrounded by 5 small lakes, one of which is noted for its reflection of the snow-capped mountain on its still waters. Most Japanese people regard Mount Fuji as sacred, and thousands climb the shrine at its peak every summer. Ni. 2 chopsticks are the traditional Japanese eating utensils, usually made from bamboo or wood. Each chopstick is about as thick as a pencil where it is held, and thinner where the stick touches the food. Chopsticks are held in one hand and are used by moving the top stick up and down while the bottom stick remains stable. Japanese children are taught how to use chopsticks when they are quite young. San. Every Japanese person learns early in life that there are 3 things to fear in nature: earthquakes, fire, and typhoons. The Japanese islands were formed when forces of the earth pushed them up from the ocean floor. These same forces continue to affect the islands by causing as many as 1,500 earthquakes each year. Fires may burn out of control in the destruction following a severe earthquake. Flames used for everyday cooking and heating can ignite falling timbers, as well as gas that has escaped from broken gas pipes, spreading fire quickly through a town. A typhoon is a western Pacific storm. These storms' heavy rains and strong winds cause much damage across the Japanese islands, mostly during the months from July to October. Shi. There are 4 seasons in a year. The seasons and other cycles of nature have a great influence on Japanese culture. When the season changes, kimonos, traditional robe-like pieces of clothing, often reflect this change. In the summer, a person might wear a kimono showing a pattern of morning glories. In the fall, the robe could display chrysanthemums or maple leaves. A winter kimono is sometimes made of material with a snowflake pattern, and early flowers might decorate a kimono in the spring. In this way, Japanese people can wear the same patterns that decorate nature. Go. The no play is the oldest form of traditional Japanese theater. Japanese no theater combines words, music, and dance to tell stories about Japanese history and legend. No theater uses very few characters, and traditionally, all the actors are men. There are 5 main categories of Japanese no plays. 1. God plays. 2. Battle plays. 3. Stories of beautiful women. And of course, a man would have to wear a wig to play a woman, right? 4. Present day plays. And 5. Devil plays. Roku. There are 6 major sumo tournaments in Japan each year. Sumo, a Japanese form of wrestling, is a very popular spectator sport in Japan. The wrestlers are large men who weigh hundreds of pounds. In a sumo match, the wrestlers try to throw each other down to the ground. The average sumo match lasts only 10 seconds. So, there are many matches in a tournament. Shichi. Calligraphy, writing with a brush and ink, is a fine art in Japan. There are about 1,850 written characters in common use that combine to make up the Japanese language. These characters are often divided up according to how many brush strokes it takes to make them. The character for the words how many requires 7 strokes. So this is what the character looks like that means how many. And here is how the brush strokes go to make it. Hachi. Japan is divided into 8 major geographic regions. 3 of them, Hokkaido, Shikoku, and Kyushu, are located on the islands of the same name and include the surrounding offshore islands. The remaining 5 regions, Tohoku, Kanto, Chubu, Kinki, and Chugoku, are all on the island of Honshu. Honshu is the largest of the 4 main islands in the group of islands that makes up Japan. Ku. In a traditional Japanese marriage ceremony, 9 cups of rice wine are drunk, one right after another. The cups are very small and hold only about a thimbleful of wine. Japanese rice wine is called sake. Ju. Until they reach the age of 10, Japanese children are given special privileges. At age 10, however, a child must begin to take on new responsibilities. By that age, he or she is expected to start practicing to be an adult.